Граѓанското општество од земјите кандидати за членство во ЕУ мора да биде активно вклучено во процесот на проширување, бидејќи само така идните членки на Европската Унија стануваат целосно подготвени да одговорат на сите предизвици. Иницијативата за членки кандидати за проширување, во која се вклучени повеќе невладини организации од Македонија, е дел од Европскиот економски и социјален комитет, а незиниот претседател Оливер Ропке, со кој разговаравме при неговата посета на земјава, вели дека имаме енергичен граѓански сектор кој мора да биде не само консултиран, туку и дел од реформирањето на државата. Клучно според него е земјава да осигура владење на правото, односно независно судство.
Well, the European Commission has taken stock of the state of play of fundamental rights and the rule of law in North Macedonia. We can see on the one side there is significant process in its judicial reforms, but serious concerns remain regarding the independence and efficiency of its judiciary. So I think we shouldn't be lenient, and the government should go ahead with reforms, with strengthening the rule of law, transparency. And I have to say my meetings with the civil society organizations and with social partners have confirmed this assessment. They wish to be actively and closely involved in all the steps. It started with the screening process, but also for future enlargement steps. And also when it comes to reforms, for example, on labor law, I think this is a clear European standard. We have to not only to consult civil society and social partners, we have to move from consultation to a real dialogue. I think this should be always our goal.
Но освен проблемите во делот на правосудството, представниците на граѓанското општество му пренеле на Ропке дека земјава се соочува со предизвици и при трошењето јавни пари, но и транспарентноста.
I can see that there's a vibrant civil society and social partners landscape in North Macedonia, but I think they want to be closer involved. There's also there are some concerns about the public funding for NGOs, the question of transparency that must be increased. So there are still some concerns and a lot of work ahead of us. But what I could also see is that all of them are absolutely committed to move forward with the accession procedure. So I hope what I said at the beginning, that we can use this momentum and North Macedonia will be part of this pioneering group. I think this is something which is widely shared by NGOs and by the social partners. But when it comes, for example, to the reform of the labor law or the meeting of the Economic and Social Council, I think there are still a lot of things to be improved according to our partners here, and of course we will support them in being closely involved in this dialogue and consultation procedure.
Ропке, кој што важи за голем поддржувач на идејата за проширување на ЕУ, вели дека иако за нашите граѓани се чини дека процесот е пропаднат, тој сепак не би сакал да биде песимист.
Since I took office more than 1 year ago, one of my first messages was that we have to support and to strengthen the accession process. The role of the EESC is to empower civil society and social partners in this respect. I would not say that the procedure has been broken. I wouldn't be so negative. On the contrary, I see a certain political momentum. I know the actual challenges that North Macedonia is facing, but we see a certain momentum. We see countries like Montenegro, Albania moving forward, and I think North Macedonia should be part of it once it met all the requirements that has been demanded by the Council. This is important, but it has to go hand in hand, of course, with progress in the fields of democracy, fundamental rights, rule of law, as it has been described also in the rule of law report of the European Commission. In the end, the accession must be merit-based and must be predictable, but it should be also gradual. We cannot afford that we leave Western Balkan countries outside in the waiting room. No, we have to integrate them gradually, step by step.
Но освен проширувањето, новиот состав на Европската комисија несомнено ќе има многу работа и со самата Унија. Ропке ја дели загриженоста дека ЕУ се соочува со вознемирувачки тренд на јакнење на крајната десница, но и значајни геополитички предизвици.
I agree that the EU is at a critical juncture with growing challenges, internal challenges and external challenges. As you described, we see a growing movement of populist parties. We see also attacks on democracy, on fundamental rights. So this is something which does not only concern countries outside the EU, it concerns also the EU. And this is an extremely dangerous challenge, and we have to be firm. We have to be firm, we have to defend our values. The European Economic and Social Committee is here at the forefront. We will never stop and we will never be lenient in defending our European values. Then we have, of course, external challenges, still the ongoing war against Ukraine, but also geopolitical tensions in general. And here it is important that we have a geopolitical stability, and I think the EU must contribute to it. When it comes to the economic outlook, well, we see a slow progress in the economic outlook, but I think the recent reports of Enrico Letta and Mario Draghi have shown that Europe needs to take actions, and here I would reiterate that the EESC is absolutely committed to the green and digital transition, but we need more investments. And I think this is also one main message from Draghi report. I think he spoke about 800 billion additional investments per year. This is a major task, and this cannot be done only in member states. It must be coordinated also at European level.
Со претседателот на Европскиот економски и социјален комитет Оливер Ропке разговаравме за некои од најактуелните теми во светската политика. Тоа несомнено се предстојните претседателски избори во САД, па го прашавме како исходот од нив ќе влијае на релациите со Европа.
Well, the outcome of the US elections are, of course, have a high significance for the future transatlantic relations with the EU. For us, it is of utmost importance to have close relationships with the US. I'm just coming back from the UN Summit of the Future in New York, and here, as in other formations, we can see that we need the US as a strong and reliable partner, political partner, but also trade partner for Europe. So I hope that after the elections, whatever the outcome will be, that the US will remain a strong partner for Europe. On the other hand, I think it's well known that Europe has also to make its own homework, and we have to reform also and to strengthen our ability to act and to move forward also at a global level.
Во однос на економската перспектива, Ропке вели дека иако кризата со цените се стабилизира, ефектите врз животниот стандард се загрижувачки, и тоа не само за најсиромашните, туку и за средната класа.
Well, in the EU we see that inflation has turned in a real and serious cost of living crisis. Even for middle class families, it's not only a big problem for the most vulnerable, it's a problem for a wide range of families. Also for the economy, but for middle class families. And this is a big threat, not only with regard to social justice, it's also a threat with regard to their trust into democratic institutions and in the ability of the European Union and their national governments to mitigate and to cushion this crisis. So even if we could see that figures are slowly going down, we still can see that in many cases wages are not competing with the high prices. So we have to take action here, and I'm sure that our committee will further provide opinions how to deal with this cost of living crisis. And in this respect, once again, I'm very, very happy to say that we are the first institution that involves already candidate countries, including North Macedonia, their civil society in our daily work. I know that some of the colleagues I met are already members, enlargement candidate members. They already worked on several opinions in our house, and I think when it comes to the cost of living crisis, it would be a very good opportunity for them also for being closely involved and to work with us.